So definitely better with water. As soon as I put it on my palate, I started getting the fruits straight away. Almost like a sherbet type feel, quite zingy on the palate initially. So those drops of water have really helped to bring out the fruits a lot more. So now a lot more fruity, but still getting the lovely earthiness and mushrooms, some honey sweetness. Well, good day everybody, and welcome to my channel Whiskey Journey. Today I'm doing another Malternative review for you guys. So we're looking at this cognac right here, bottled by Cognac Sponge. Much like this one, this is from the Fin Bois region, and it is a 50-50 blend of two different casks, one from 1990 and one from 1992, making this a 28-year-old. This was bottled in 2022, 210 bottles only, and the cask was selected in Grosperrin's cellar. Alcohol ABV is 57.7%. And this one here is the other Cognac Sponge that I recently reviewed. I said this was an OH statement in my review, and I was completely wrong, thanks to the viewer that corrected me on that. This is actually a 35-year-old. Okay, and I'm going to try this one as well, just to see what difference we get between the two spirits. Okay, so as you can see, color-wise, this one is quite a bit darker than the other one, so it's going to be very interesting to see what we get on the nose and the palate with this one. Okay, so let's just have a wee nose first and see what we get. Okay, so dense and rich with burnt toffee and caramel. There's some fruitiness there, very similar fruitiness to the other Fin Bois. I did read some tasting notes regarding the fruitiness, and all the reviews and also the bottler themselves mention a fruit called quince. Now, I've never ever had quince before, so I can't really comment if it tastes like quince, but there's definitely a fruit there that I can't quite put my finger on exactly what it is, so that could be quince. So with the fruitiness, I'm getting some perfumed notes, some oak as well. It's a touch herbal, and there's some foresty vibe, some floral nature going on. A little bit of earthiness, mushrooms, earthy mushrooms. A little bit of honey and a bit of sweetness too. Yeah, it's just got a lovely, lovely, rich, decadent nose. Right, so let's just get on to the taste and see what we get. Definitely some spiciness there on the end. Oak. Definitely oak spice. So the initial palate comes across as quite oily, good mouthfeel, good viscosity, greeted with fruitiness and sweetness, honey, and some apricots, some nuts. And then mid-palate you start getting earthy tones, mushrooms. It becomes quite savoury, so that sweetness is overtaken by the savoury notes. And then in the finish, spiciness from the barrel. And you're left with the sweet tones of fruit, earthiness, a little bit of wood tannin, a little bit of bitterness, but beautifully balanced with those sweet and earthy notes. Excellent dram, lovely taste. Let's just try it with a few drops of water. There's a bit of caramel I've got on the nose is coming out as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll drop it down 5 drops of water, or 4 drops, sorry. Okay, whilst that's resting a wee bit, I'll just nose the other Fin Bois. So this is the one that I previously reviewed, and just see what the nose gives us on this one. Okay, so very different to this this Fin Bois here. Much more fruity on the nose. It's probably more fresh and more lively on the nose too. Yeah, just loads of fruit on this one. So between the two, so as I said, this one's definitely got more caramel notes, more dense and rich. This one more fruity, a little bit of richness, but it's those fruity notes which I love on the nose. That I think I slightly prefer this one here on the nose, just because of that freshness and fruitiness I really enjoy. But don't get me wrong, this one here is still stunning on the nose. Okay, so a few drops of water. Let's see if that's changed the profile at all. It has indeed. So those that caramel and burnt toffee note has been pushed ever so slightly, allowing the other notes to shine a bit more. So I'm getting more fruit, more apricots, more dried fruits, and that mushroom note earthiness is really starting to come out now. So I think the addition of water on this one is a good idea, and to play around with this one with water, in my opinion, just to let the other notes shine. I mean, I do love the caramel toffee nature, but I really want the fruits and the other notes to come out as well. So that's really brought that to the front. Okay, so let's just have a wee taste. So definitely better with water. As soon as I put it on my palate, I started getting the fruits straight away. Almost like a sherbet type feel, quite zingy on the palate initially. So those drops of water have really helped to bring out the fruits a lot more. It's now a lot more fruity, but still getting the lovely earthiness and mushrooms, some honey sweetness, less spiciness from the barrel, but still some spice, leading into the finish with more sweetness from the apricots, pear, and that playfulness with the earthiness and the mushrooms is just really, really nice, spectacular, highly, highly enjoyable. I think this is a cognac that you could probably sit all evening with and just play around with and just nose it and taste it slowly and sip it. Highly, highly enjoyable. Let's just have a little taste of the other Fin Bois that I reviewed and see what the difference is between the two. It's just so different to this one. Very fruity, apricots, pears, some tropical fruits even, some pineapple, a little bit of spiciness from the barrel, and loads and loads of sweetness. Long finish. I would say this one's finish is slightly longer than this one, but yeah, completely different, even though they're from the same region, and this one is slightly older than this one. Very, very different profiles. So definitely more fruitiness from this particular one that I've reviewed earlier, more richness, caramel, and with a bit of water, some lovely fruitiness as well, with that earthy mushroom vibe going on, foresty, floral nature. which this one doesn't have as much, in my opinion. It certainly doesn't have the earthy, the mushroom element that I pick up from this one. So two very interesting bottles, and in my opinion, I highly recommend both of them. They're not cheap, but if you want to, I mean, I'm not that well versed with cognac, but these two bottles are just excellent, and I suggest that you get both, and very, very good contrast between the two. So depending on your mood, if you're feeling for something a bit more rich, I would pick up this one. If you're in the mood for something lighter and fruitier, then definitely this one. So you kind of, I don't have a favorite here because they both are exceptional drams, and depending on your mood, they will deliver all the notes that you want. So yeah, kudos to Cognac Sponge. Some really good bottles here, and I look forward to trying others if I can get them. Okay guys, so that's my review of Cognac Sponge's Fin Bois 28-year-old, bottled at 57.7%, and it's a bit of a stunner. Okay guys, so yeah, if you enjoy my content, then please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It's always appreciated. But as usual guys, there's not much else to say except have a fantastic day, and I'll see all of you again soon. Take care guys. Cheers.